Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to The Truth Don't Hurt, where the truth doesn't hurt, it just hurt coming from me. Hey, look, so I watched that fight, or the fights yesterday. I watched the whole card, but the two in particular that I wanted to talk about was the Benavidez brothers versus Charlo and Andrade. Let's talk about the Charlo one first. With the Charlo situation, hey, look, to me, I don't know if anybody felt like this, but I felt like this. He had, win, lose, or draw, he had to put on a decent performance because his brother put a bad taste in our mouths with the performance, right? And so it's like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I may not be the most well-versed when it comes down to the business side of boxing, but I know that if he stunk the place up and both Charlos did that and pretty much in the same year, man, they might have a tough time if they wanted to continue to try to seek some bigger fights. They might have a tough time trying to get that, right? Just like when Terrence Crawford said, "Yo, look," he's like, "Look, I originally want to go ahead and put these paws on you." He was talking about to Jermall, and he's like, "But now after I seen that, I don't want to." And that would have been a good fight. That would have been a big fight for Jermall. I mean, just something like that. I just wanted to put that out there. Maybe y'all agree, maybe y'all don't agree. Right, but Jermall Charlo put on a good performance. Been out the ring for damn near 3 years. Look, Benavidez was just too slow. Too slow, couldn't touch him. And rusty or not, he was not on Jermall Charlo's level. And you seen that. You seen that. Jermall was tapping him with that drive, man, and double it, triple, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he was doing his thing for sure. Jermall looked solid for being out the ring for that long amount of a time. He looked pretty solid to me. Somebody called it a war. I didn't see nothing warish about that. I just see somebody getting pieced up. That's all I see. So I don't know where y'all get war at, but hey, that's how y'all view it. That's just how y'all view it. But that ain't a war to me. But let's get on his brother now. David versus Andrade. Now, he went on the head. David went on the head and made sure the Benavidez name came out there with a dub. That was a good performance by David. Now, I knew that Andrade would have had like a shot because of his mobility. But I didn't think that he was going to beat David, though. And that came to be. I didn't think that David was going to stop him that quick. I ain't even going to lie. I did not think that David was going to stop him that quick. David kind of felt him out like, okay, man, these couple rounds, he was doing this thing. Okay, oh, that's the best you got? Oh, that's the power that you come with? Oh, I can come through. I can take that. And then after them first couple rounds, you just see David just walking them down, just piecing them. Like, oh, I didn't time you. I figured you out. You know what I'm saying? Just the 2 rounds were just, let me see what you got. And he was like, man, what he got ain't enough tonight. And Davis went on the head, man, and ended that night quicker than what we all thought he was going to end it in. But that was a good performance. I rock with David Benavidez. I like David Benavidez, though. We all want to see that Canelo fight, but will that Canelo fight happen, especially after last night's performance? I'm starting to think that it's not. We all want it, but I don't think Canelo's interested in giving us that fight. Canelo, they talking about he in talks with some dude. Look, I be doing my best to keep up with fighters that got the publicity and that don't. I never heard of dude. I never heard of dude. I'll probably look him up, but I've never seen dude fight. And we all want to see the Benavidez. And if you in there for the look, Canelo just, hey, to me, I think Canelo coasting. I think he just gonna go ahead and get that. And ain't nothing wrong with getting that money though. But don't sit over there and talk about how you think you still the face of boxing and talking about what you fighting for and yada, 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 and you not going to go ahead and make this happen. Like, anybody who wants to go ahead and walk around with the title of face of boxing needs to go ahead and give the fans what they want to see. The fans need to go, look, we need to have a familiar face. Oh, I know my face. He gonna catch that fight. And people talk about Tank's resume. And I know we're supposed to be talking about the Benavidez, but people talk about Tank, but I'm sure that Tank is going to go ahead and get that Haney fight. I'm sure that if when people gonna probably forget that Shakur performance, and I'm pretty sure that fight's gonna happen. So Tank gonna give you them couple fights that we all want. I believe Tank gonna give us that before it's all said and done. Now, why we gotta go ahead and see Canelo? People talk about Canelo, but the fights that that Canelo took that was up, man, he lost. Lost against Mayweather. Man, didn't put on the best performance against Ryder. Lost the first one to Triple G. Got beat up by Bivol. I don't care about nothing. I mean, when it comes down to quality, I mean, Canelo was losing. That's all I'm saying. And Canelo, look, I think David would beat him. And I want to see that fight. And I believe that that'll be a good fight. And if he talking about he the face of boxing, they talk about all this legacy stuff, then Canelo need to take that. Right? Andrade, now let's go back to Andrade real quick. Let's end it with Andrade. Look, Andrade, look, heart. You got heart. And I would like to see you back up in there with some comp. You know what I mean? I know that you 35 years old with inactivity, but I don't think that even if you did have activity or you wasn't 35, I think you still would have lost that fight. I think Benavidez is just a better fighter, but ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, you win some, you lose some, right? But you, in this sport, you want to win the majority of them, if not all. But Andrade didn't put a performance like, I don't want to see. Like, I want to see what Andrade got in the future, and I hope he continue to go ahead and chase the biggest fights that he can, because I like to see him in that ring again. But just David, he's just different. And right here, I don't see him really losing. I don't see him losing right now. You know, maybe if Morrell get more seasoned, maybe he'll give him a run for his money. But other than that, I mean, I don't see Canelo beating him either. At first, I'm like, okay, maybe Canelo could piece him up. But the evolution that I'm seeing with Benavidez, man, I don't know about that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all this in the comment section. And we gone.